are taking charge of every facet of our lives, and this is Take Charge with Sophie. My name is Sophie. In our last episode, we talked about investments, the importance of investments, and then actually destroying the misconceptions about investments. In this episode, we are going to talk about choosing investment service provider. Now that you have known all the importance of investment and the benefits of investment, this is time to look at where should I invest my money. Choosing an investment service provider is not something that you should do based on emotions or how do I say it? Because your friend is investing there, it means you also have to invest there, or because your friend is working there, so it means you have to invest there. It has to be a scientific process. Every investment service provider needs to be licensed. So investment service provider, let me just break them down. In Ghana here, the Securities and Exchange Commission licenses investment banking firms like fund managers, brokers, trustees, and all that. And all these people have investment products that you can buy from. The Bank of Ghana actually licenses banks, savings and loans companies, and microfinance institutions, and even forest bureaus. And anytime you have to deal with an institution as far as your money is concerned, you should be able to actually check if this institution is actually licensed by the right regulator. And then for insurance products, the National Insurance Commission is the regulator for insurance products, all insurance companies. So before you invest in any insurance products, again, you should do your own due diligence to actually find out if the company that you are about doing your insurance with is actually licensed by the NIC, so that you can be sure that all your monies are protected. So we're just going to quickly go through some key things. First, deal with only licensed firm. Some of us take investment decisions as if the way we take decisions concerning our dresses. People just take their fabrics to just anybody. They see that, oh, the place is very well, maybe a nice business location with a lot of nice ambience, and then the ambience alone is enough to actually assure them that everything will be okay. They take their fabrics there, and then the next time someone says it ends in tears. When it comes to financial service providers, the ambience and the relationship you have with the person who wears there is not enough. You need to go behind the veil to be sure that the company you are dealing with has the license to actually operate the kind of service that they are selling to you. And there's something that is important that we check. If you want to invest in an investment product or any financial instrument, you need to check if the company that you want to invest with is actually practicing good corporate governance. Corporate governance principles talk about accountability, fairness, and also making sure that you are adequately informed about, all stakeholders have the right information to make all the decisions that are needed. And some of these investment banking firms are expected to meet some of these standards set by their regulators for their respective firm. And if for any reason any of them do not meet the corporate governance standard, the regulator actually sanctions them. And most of these regulators, when they sanction a service provider, it's a public information. SEC, for instance, publishes quarterly market bulletins that gives a summary of what has happened in a particular quarter, those who have been fined and those who have not been fined. You can be fined for submitting your report late. That is not anything grievous to deter you from investing. But if they are actually fining you for very grievous reasons, then you should be worried about sending your money. SEC, for instance, has segregated licensees, all the companies that they have licensed into two segments, red and gold. So gold are those in good standing, and then the red are those who have some small regulatory infractions that needs to be worked on. So it's very important that you visit the website of the Securities and Exchange Commission. At least read something about the financial service provider to be sure they are in good standing. And if you are in doubt, you can always send an email to SEC that I want to invest with this financial institution, and these are some of the products they are selling to me. So I need your opinion. SEC will respond to your emails or your queries, or if you walk to their office in cantonments, they will be able to give you some inputs. And you can also find out from Bank of Ghana or send them email on an institution you want to do a transaction with to be sure if they are actually licensed. And then professional competence. There are lots of firms that have very beautiful ambiances and all that, but they don't have the staff with the requisite experience and expertise to manage your kind of money, manage investment. So you need to be very sure that the investment service provider you are dealing with has the needed human resource base, the needed ICT infrastructure to protect to secure your investments, and then to make sure that you are getting your timely reports and all that to actually help you make informed decisions. And then you could also consider, have they recorded any regulatory infractions? What are some of the basic things that the regulator requires of them? Maybe the regulator requires that their stated capital should be a particular level, at a particular threshold, expects that they do not use investor funds for commingle investor funds with their own funds and all other things. You remember what happened between 2017 and 2018 where 52 fund managers lost their license. A lot of them that's engaging regulatory infractions and all that, the regulator had to take their licenses off them. So once they start engaging in regulatory infractions, and you'll find it in news because the regulator will publish something on it to warn the investing public. So once they are having regulatory infractions, it means that there's a risk that you should look out for. So you take your money quickly before it actually crystallizes. And some of them are actually licensed, but the question is, are they in good standing with the regulator? Some people have been licensed, but because of one or two things they have done over the period, the regulator may not see them as companies that are in good standing. So it's very important that, yes, they are licensed, but are they in good standing? You can check that again from the regulator to phone calls, physical visits to the regulator's office, or emails, and you will get all the clarity. You also need to check customer service and also check to be sure that there's adequate information on the product that you are actually investing in so that you can make informed decisions. But like I said, if you are in doubt, always check with the third party, the independent party, that is the regulator. So do not invest based on sentiments. Do not invest based on hearsays, like my friend has invested and the money has quadrupled or something. Actually make informed investment decisions. Choose the right investment service provider, and when in doubt, confirm from the regulator. That will be all for now. Thank you so much for making time to watch this episode. We'll have more exciting episodes on investment as the weeks progresses. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.